Yes, folks, it's the WC, here with another video. Today I'm going to be talking about the WNBA All-Star Game. Pretty darn good game. Yes. Overtime game. Schimmel was the MVP. 29 points leads the East over the West in overtime. 125 to 124. This video is not necessarily completely about the All-Star Game. It's like indirectly about the All-Star Game that you guys seen, probably didn't see. But, you know, I just want to talk about the WNBA game overall and what I see as very concerning as far as the sport. And, you know, a lot of the women that watch this video that are WNBA basketball players probably should think about this very, very hard. Or fans of the game, they should think about this video very, very hard if they ever see it. When you think about the WNBA at this point, what's the first couple of names that come to mind? Candace Parker, Lisa Leslie, who's going to basically be in the Basketball Hall of Fame. You know what I'm saying? Well deserved. Well deserved. She deserves to be there. You think about Brittney Griner, Skylar Diggins. You think about those women, just straight off the top of your head. Maybe Della Don, very good player. Mccoughty, Maya Moore. You think about these women, all of them, very good players. But at the end of the day, do you feel as though that this game gets the exposure that it probably should? I don't think it does. I mean, you know, up until this point, I can be honest. I probably watched 5 WNBA basketball games, and they're at the All-Star break right now. Now I know that there's been games that's been nationally televised on ESPN, so you can't completely blame them, but I have to. All right, I have to. I applaud them for the for the ESPYs awards. It was a pretty darn good show. Like I said in that video, they put on a magnificent show every year, spotlighting, you know, the year in sports. But just think about this, man. They'll do a 2-hour special on where LeBron James is going. If he's going back to Cleveland, they'll do a 2-hour special just on LeBron James and his decision before they will tell you anything about the WNBA, anything about their players, anything about which team is the best team, which team has the best players. You're basically, you look, to the casual fan of the WNBA, if you're watching the All-Star Game, you don't know which team is leading the Western Conference. You don't know which team is leading the Eastern Conference. You don't know who the best player in the league is. You just don't know. All you know is just a couple of faces. That's the reason why I said in the beginning of the video, these are the women that you probably already know before, you know, you even see the game. You know that they're good players, but they're not the entire team. And the sport always struggles against the men's sport. We're not going to compare the two necessarily, but I'll do that in this video because I'm the WC. This is what I do. I can tell you right now that this overtime women's basketball All-Star Game was more entertaining than the men's previous All-Star Game. I will say that. I will not stutter to say that. I will say it again. It was more entertaining than the men's basketball All-Star Game. Yes, it was. And they don't get the exposure that I think that they probably deserve. The only exposure that you probably hear these women get is when they say that they're gay, like Brittney Griner did. Much respect to her for saying that. I think it was kind of obvious. You know, you showing up at the ESPN ESPYs Awards in a tuxedo and the other women are wearing, you know, gowns. I mean, it was kind of writing on the wall. And that's no disrespect to her. I was just saying, like, it's kind of writing on the wall with her. You kind of seen that that's kind of who she was, and she wasn't necessarily saying it. Then you look at Skylar Diggins doing the Sports Illustrated cover, you know what I'm saying, earlier this year in a bikini, looking pretty darn mighty fine, if you ask the WC. Angel Mccoughty doing the body issue. You know, Candace Parker doing the body issue before. I'm pretty sure there's other women in the WNBA that have done the body issue or centerfolds showing off their body. But why do these chicks have to get, and I hate to say chicks, why do these females have to get naked in order to get national exposure? How come they can't get national exposure for actually being good players? And that's one thing. Like I said, ESPN will do an all-day special on LeBron going back to Cleveland. All right, but will not take 30 minutes out that day to tell you about the WNBA and any other great players. If you're a casual WNBA fan, you're coming to this video and you're nodding your head saying yes. It's not a lie. There's nothing that's a lie about what I'm saying. If you don't know anything about these women prior to this video, you'll probably know a little bit more. Probably won't. I'm not the encyclopedia, but I do watch the sport. And it's kind of sad that they do struggle as much as they do. They're going to struggle against the NBA all day, every day. That's just the way it is. But the lack of national exposure is crazy, man. I mean, it's just like they just put the games on ESPN and say, here they are. No backstory, no in-depth. You really don't know who these women are. You just know that they're good players. And when you watch the All-Star Game, it basically shows that they're very good players. So how do you guys feel about this? How do you feel about the lack of exposure that these women get, and the only exposure that they're gonna get basically is when they're in Playboy or it's sad. It really is. I mean, I wish I was lying about this. I mean, I haven't taken a look at the ratings. I haven't taken a look at the attendances around the leagues. Maybe they're not doing better, but at the same time, it's like, I mean, it's real sad. These women are very, very talented, and they don't get that national spotlight like they probably should. So let me know how you guys feel down below. It's the WC. Drop a like, drop a comment, drop whatever you want on this video. Just let me know how you feel. Good job, ladies. All-Star Game was very entertaining. And until next time. Peace. You ain't got to be in Playboy for me. Like it or not.